December 19th, 1777. On this day in history, December 19th, 1777, the Continental Army begins its encampment at Valley Forge. I heard like 5,000 of them are going to starve to death or freeze to death. British General Sir William Howe had captured Philadelphia September 1777. This is not going well for us at all. George Washington's army attempted to defend the city, repelled at the Battle of Brandywine on September 11th. Oh, fuck. Talk about that is such a bad day for us. We probably shouldn't fight anybody on September 11th. We should just hold our breath and hope that our coolness prevails. And again, at Germantown on October 4th, bringing gloom and despair to the American cause. After several more skirmishes, Washington began to march towards Valley Forge, 25 miles northwest of Philadelphia, where he intended to winter his troops, arriving there December 19th. 12,000 men who needed food, shelter, and clothing for the next 6 months. Valley Forge was named for an iron forge on the nearby Schuylkill River. Schuylkill River. It's a naturally high spot overlooking the surrounding area, so it was easily defensible from British encroachments. In addition, the location was near enough to Philadelphia to monitor any British movements and prevent them from going any farther into the interior of the colony. Oh, they just took our capital. Motherfucking British always go straight for the capital. They go for the, fucking Philadelphia. They go for D.C. They always go straight for the damn capital. You know what the capital of Kentucky is? You know how you pronounce it? Louisville or Louisville? It's Frankfurt, you asshole. I'm sorry. Most Americans have heard of the hardships suffered by the Continental Army during the winter of 1777 and 1778. You know what you call a black man who flies an airplane? A pilot. What are you, a fucking racist? What are you, a racist piece of shit? You fucking white supremacist, degenerate, fucking illiterate, dumb motherfucking hate-filled piece of shit? What the fuck? It's 2022. You're still goddamn talking about fucking Confederate, KKK, Nazi shit? What the hell's the matter with you? There were food shortages and soldiers were often stuck with eating fire cake, a mixture of flour and water. Oh, man. Hey, you got that flour and water? You talking about bread? No, just water and flour. Sometimes they had to search for food on their own in the woods. Hey, you got that bark? 16 by 14 foot huts were built according to a pattern given by George Washington, with 12 men to a cabin and often with only a sheet for a door. In the middle of the winter, all they had was a sheet for a door. 16 by 14, 12 men to a cabin, built according to a pattern, a sheet for a door. In the spring, as things began to warm up, disease spread rampantly through the camp, perhaps killing as many as 1,200 men. Perhaps. It's pretty much guaranteed. What Americans may not be familiar with, however, is the progress which was made during the winter at Valley Forge. The primary victory came with the arrival of Baron Friedrich Wilhelm von Steuben. Von Steuben? A former member of the staff of Frederick the Great, King of Prussia, who was recruited by Ben Franklin in Paris. Baron von Steuben's arrival was welcomed by George Washington, who put him in charge of better training the troops, little uniformity in their methods and procedures. They're all trained in different locales. Von Steuben barely spoke English, developed a system of drills, marching, firing exercises through the winter. By spring, the army was able to move and retreat in lockstep over any terrain, fire its weapons much faster, communicate more quickly, and they starved to death and froze to death. Well, but the ones that they were battle-tested, they were veterans after Valley Forge. The true test of the winners, God, if you did actually, you remember surviving Valley Forge? I sure do. The true test, Shays Rebellion, that's probably what they were talking about. Man, we about fucking froze to death. Hey, we should at least be able to keep our damn land, right? The bank is going to take our land. I fought in the I'm an American Revolution. I'm Daniel Shays, motherfucker. The true test of the winter's efforts came in May, when the entrance of France into the war forced General Howe to leave Philadelphia because he feared that the French fleet would trap his army in Philadelphia. Howe began to march his army back to New York, but it was quickly followed by George Washington's newly trained troops. They met at the Battle of Monmouth, New Jersey, June 28th, 1778, one of the largest battles of the war. Battle was technically a draw, but Washington's army finally held its ground against the superior British troops, forcing Lieutenant General Charles Cornwallis to retreat. In the night for New York, the victory proved the Americans had what it took to stand against the largest army in the world. 3 years from this time, the very same army would defeat Cornwallis again at Yorktown, Virginia, and bring the Revolutionary War to a close. So there you go. December 19th, 1777.